Normally you start recording and we haven't talked about anything fun, but we pre-record. We were talking about a bunch of fun stuff.
Oh, we had so many fun
stuff.
Topics before we started recording.
It's because we haven't seen each other in a while. I feel like it's been a while since the last time we did a recording session with all of us.
Well, I'm going to bring it down then. Saw a woman fall on the train platform.
Oh my God. It was terrible.
What?
It was the worst thing I've seen in my whole life.
What happened? Somebody fell in the
tracks.
I'm feeling sick
Worse.
just with you. I got all hot. As soon as you mentioned it, I got all hot. I couldn't look.
It was horrible.
Elyse, go ahead. Do you want to tell the story?
This poor woman realizes she's on the wrong side of the platform as the train's arriving. And you know, trains, they don't wait long. They're there for a minute and then they're off. So she's got a backpack, a big purse. She's in a lovely dress and shoes.
And a roller.
She's got a roller suitcase. And she starts running for the train. And I'm thinking, you don't need to run for this train.
How old is this woman?
Maybe late 20s.
Late 20s, early 30s.
This now paints a different picture. I was picturing like a Mrs. Doubtfire style woman.
She didn't look like a runner.
No.
Let's put it that way. Like the way she was running,
And
but
she
she
had
also
flat
had
sandals on.
She had flat sandals and what was it? How did you describe the dress?
A long column dress.
So she's like
long,
in a tube.
It's tight.
Okay.
Right? She's in a tube that
she's
starts
constricted.
just around her thighs and then ends
It's
just
Morticia
below her
Adams.
shoulders. Yeah. She's just not in a perfect condition to run. And then she goes, and then at a certain point, I go, she's past the break point and she's in a lean now.
Yeah, she crosses the bridge over the tracks, so she's rounding the corner to the train, and then you're watching it in slow motion.
Yeah. It felt like it was happening for like 5 minutes of her just going 90 degrees, 80 degrees, 70 degrees, 60 degrees.
It was horrible. And it's one of those things where you don't know whether to reach out to help or to pretend like you didn't see it.
So
I knew what to do.
You did nothing.
So
I knew what to do.
Was she?
She's
on the other side of the track.
So she's very
She
far.
got up immediately. If she hadn't gotten up immediately, I would have then said, we need to act and we need to help. But I thought this is probably a situation where she's like, I just bit pavement.
Well,
did she hit her face or
she went straight? It looked like you crashed an airplane on an aircraft carrier. That's what it looked like. That's what it looked like. As soon as I saw her make contact and I turned around and my eyes were just wide. Elyse had glasses on to make sure she was okay, but I was like, I cannot look. Is she okay? And Elyse was like, she's getting up. But there was also a group of school children that went, like when it happened.
I guess my first question to you is, was that woman okay?
Well, I don't know.
Everything we've described to you.
Did she hit her face? Did she hit her chin?
There's so many factors too that I was thinking about, because the way she was dressed at 9 a.m. meant that where she was headed, she was dressed for how she was needed to be when she arrived. That's
now with a hint of blood.
I think that it really depends on this woman's perspective, because this is a great story if she can have a sense of humor about it. But if she isn't at that place where she can make fun of it yet, then it's probably a horrible day.
I feel like it. My immediate thought was
not that my trauma is the same as this woman's, but I did drop 2 milkshakes outside of the elevator last night, and I was ready to just pack it in.
Why did you have 2 milkshakes?
Because there was one for me and one for Carly, and she's like, can you run down and get the food? But then the food also came with the milkshakes, and then in that little egg carton thing. I was like, I was like, maybe I can make it to the elevator. And I made it to just outside the elevator so that the milkshakes were spilling into the elevator. And it was all like over my foot plates. And I'm like, I don't deserve to be a person.
Did you replace the milkshakes?
Carly did, yes. And she brought down a mop, and I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm just, I'm having a hard time. Just,
You're having a hard time as she's is mopping
cleaning
up your milkshakes.
It's the emotional. She was doing the physical work, but the emotional stress that I was under, watching my beautiful wife having to clean up my mess
Yeah.
and milkshakes that she paid for.
This is an opportune time. Please, if you're listening via Spotify, YouTube, leave us a comment.
Who had the worst day?
Who had the worst day?
Who fell on her face on the train tracks? Or Zach, who dropped 2 milkshakes and watched his wife clean it up?
Was this from Fat Sal's?
No, this was from Cold Stone.
Oh, Cold Stone has milkshakes?
They do. They're a whole creamery.
Yeah,
AJ.
I guess that's true. They'll cream anything. When I was getting in, I was at the airport, and the guy in front of me had a Fat Sal's t-shirt and hat, and I thought of you. Did this guy just get off work and sprint to the Los Angeles airport?
I would guess.
Yeah.
You think he's like a manager at a
Maybe.
Fat Sal's?
I don't know.
I
He
think
just said
Sal.
Sal himself.
Yeah.
What did the guy look like? He
was a lean man.
He was very lean. He was not a fat Sal. He was a very lean Sal. He has had sort of a white man with a black beard, unkempt. Is that Sal?
It might be.
Welcome to Answer For It, the trivia podcast hosted by me, Elyse Willems, with your panelists, AJ Locascio,
Hello.
James Willems,
Hello.
and Zach Anner can't hold a milkshake to save his life.
I am sorry.
Old Milky Anna, we call him.
That woman's day was ruined.
Let's see here. First question.
When the woman hit the ground at the platform, did you notice anything fly out? Was it like a handful of chiclets?
That's the first question?
Yeah. Was it like were her teeth okay? That's the most.
I don't know. I saw her make contact and drag, and then I turned.
Yeah, she had some.
When she got up, was it fast?
I didn't watch her get up. I couldn't.
She popped up.
She had to catch the train. She had to catch the train.
Did she pump her fist afterwards?
But I guarantee you, even if she was fine, she probably sat down on the train and then realized that all the abrasions started forming.
Yeah,
and then she was like, I'm not going to be able to do
carrying
it.
so many bags that I feel like maybe they created some sort of toe, like a.
Yeah, it knocked her off balance.
Yeah.
Like a couple milkshakes.
Here's an easy question to get us started. The curse of the Bambino has plagued the Red Sox since 1919. What does it refer to?
The Babe Ruth.
Well,
The chocolate bar?
Yeah, Babe Ruth.
Baby Ruth.
The Bambino.
Baby
Can I
Ruth.
He's a little baby Bambino.
The great Bambino.
Yeah.
In America, you call them candy bars,
Yeah.
but in Canada, we would say chocolate bar.
But if they
I
have
think.
chocolate, we also call them chocolate
Do you?
bars. Yeah, of course.
Is that true?
I'm not an
Yeah.
idiot.
I feel like I hear it interchangeable. I hear, it's a Kit
Well, is
Kat, it's a candy bar.
Some people, but you have to realize this is a large country and some people are idiots.
What's a candy bar then?
Payday.
It does have chocolate in it though, but it is mostly nuts.
No,
You know what?
Payday
You're
does
right.
not
I'll
have
give it to you.
chocolate
We
in
do
it.
say candy bar a lot.
But what is my question is, what is a candy bar?
So a candy
A
bar, I
hot
would
dog.
say, yeah, that's, don't you know? Put a candy bar on them buns. I would say personally, and okay, you're right. So like a Hershey's bar would be a chocolate bar where it's just pure chocolate. You're buying a chunk of chocolate, right? Like a Toblerone.
Candy, I think candy is an umbrella term for any sort of sweet treat in a column form.
Yeah, just like a woman's dress.
But
a column.
yeah. But I would say if you're not being obtuse, you would then specify. So like something that's primarily chocolate, almost entirely chocolate, would be a chocolate bar.
Yeah.
Are we putting Zach to sleep? I heard you licking your lips like you
He's
were
getting
passing out.
hungry, yeah.
I had some thoughts because,
Okay.
but I got lost on something that you said. You said like a Toblerone, and then I was thinking about it. I don't think I've ever seen anyone eating a Toblerone outside.
Not casually ever.
No, never.
It's an occasion chocolate.
Hold on.
Yeah, you're like, I'll bring the Toblerone to a place where there's more people so that they can take off their little what is
triangle?
even their
Pyramids.
It's a pyramid.
Pyramids of Toblerone.
Well, hold on. I know a place where people eat Toblerones outside, and it's called Epcot. In Epcot, you could buy as many Toblerones as you want in Germany, in the German pavilion, because that's where I first heard about Toblerones. And my dad would go, we're getting that fancy chocolate, kids.
Yeah.
And we go, yay, Germany.
You're saying that in the World Showcase where I worked.
Did you work at World
Yes.
Oh,
I
we didn't
worked at
discuss this.
Epcot.
What?
I was part of the Disney College program.
The Moroccan pavilion? You fit right in?
I
Okay,
did.
they put a little hat on you?
Well, I actually wore white pants, which is risky for me.
Because they're always holding Toblerones and milkshakes.
And the shirt with all of the world flags on it. Because I was just a general World Showcase
Did
worker.
you host Zach Anders Moroccan New Year's Eve? Because he should have.
Wow. I'm no longer interested in our podcast. I just want to ask Zach questions about.
We're 5 degrees away from the question at this point.
Wait, you worked at World Shook?
It was great.
Did you live in Orlando?
I did.
Wow.
I did at Vista Way. Yep.
Vista Way.
Did you did you have any so one of the things I always hear about is in Epcot, people always have these encounters with people from all over the country, a lot of romance, a lot of things that happen because people are flying in and they're all excited because we're all in college and young. Did you have any torrid affairs in Epcot?
No, I wanted to, but I didn't even have my first kiss till I was 29. Oh my God.
This tells me that AJ hasn't read your memoir, which was prerequisite reading for the podcast.
Oh, is this what was it? Born Standing Up by Steve Martin?
No, why did I be born? I was born standing. That would be the worst.
If at birth you don't succeed?
Yes.
Okay, yes. I knew it had something to do with being ambulatory. Hey, God. The Great Bambino.
The curse of the Bambinos plagued the Sox. Since 1919. What's
the Red Sox?
I'm glad we went on a tangent because AJ was right. So, and you were saying before we started, I hope I have enough questions.
What's the curse?
The curse is that ever since they traded Babe Ruth to the Yankees, they didn't win a World Series. And then it was broken in, I believe, 2004.
I have an alternate answer.
Please, James, go ahead.
They found that anywhere they pointed, the ball would go.
Are you referring to Babe?
I'm referring to Babe Ruth, how he would point and then he'd hit the ball or whatever.
So now they're cursed.
But they're cursed with it. So sometimes they'd accidentally come out and they point the dirt in front of them. They go, it's a wasted swing. Or they point back over them. So they had to be very conscious about where they pointed.
Balls just appear out of nowhere. So you see your best.
They just shoot him.
You see your best gal in the stands.
Yeah. Hey, babe.
Maybe that's what happened on that train platform. Is someone went, look at that beautiful woman in the column dress.
So here, if someone wanted to get footage of that woman falling, they could do a very funny series of animations where it cuts to a shooter in a window and then cuts back to her falling down, or a bird with a giant cartoon mallet shows up and whacks her. There's so much you could have done with the cartoonish fall that she took.
Can we say the train and the place and the day and maybe
we can get the footage?
No, I'm not going to add to this woman's drama.
I want to know how this woman feels about it because I think it's really dependent on how fun her group of friends are.
Well, I also saw someone fall this weekend because I was in Albuquerque and it was 1,000 degrees. People kept dropping from heat stroke.
Four guests? Like a domino?
Yeah, 4 guests all in a row. Mo, Larry, Curly, and Shemp all went down at the same time. And I was in a convention in Albuquerque and the air conditioning died and people were dropping like flies. So yeah, you just kept seeing people just be like, wah! Anyway.
We all have fall stories.
Yeah, we do. Babe Ruth was known, his mother was a stregonona. And he put a curse. He said, I curse the Red Sox for I curse them. Yeah, he called Baba Yaga. He said, I put a curse on the Red Sox. So that's final answer.
He hit a home run. Romani person walking outside dings them on the head. Okay. Oh no, they're dead.
Curse you,
and then
Bambino.
I curse you, Bambino.
And now they're all werewolves.
Everywhere you point your bat, the ball will go.
Everyone was really close. Everyone was really close.
Zach wasn't 100% right.
He wasn't totally right.
Confidently.
No, he wasn't, because he said Babe Ruth was traded. In 1919, the Boston Red Sox, who had won the World Series in 1915, 16, and 18, sold star player Babe Ruth for $100,000. They sold.
Isn't that how trades work?
Yeah, I thought that's how that works.
Well, trade, I think you got to trade a person for a person. They
traded him for money.
They sold this man to the New York Yankees. And I'm sure if it was a 1-to-1 body-to-body, Babe would have been fine with that. But only $100K?
He looks back and he goes,
you remember?
I am a Babe Ruth. I curse.
But $100K back in 1919, that was like all the money that there was.
Yeah, there was no man who would have been worth
emptied
that.
Fort Knox to get Babe Ruth.
$100,000 in 1919 was only $1.8 million.
Oh, that's trash. We make that every day.
Only
1.8 million.
That's honestly pretty low for sports players, though. I mean, sports players
for the best big portly sports player of all time.
Yeah, and most magical.
Until 2014, "Move fast and break things" was the internal slogan and mantra of which tech company?
Move fast and break things?
And this sounds very familiar.
In 2014.
Picture some demagogue of some new media
it's
or
definitely
tech company,
some company
Silicon
that
Valley,
sucks. Someone
billionaire.
led by someone that sucks. Because this is
Clippy.
the mentality you can only have when you have infinite venture capital and you're trying to convince investors that you're going to be the next thing without having to actually produce anything legitimate.
This is Zach's mantra when you were flying around Epcot, World Showcase, doing donuts around Morocco.
Yeah.
Move fast and break things.
Oh my gosh.
Back in 2014.
I
just
had,
rolling over guests.
I had a crush on every single woman in the World Showcase because they all were from the places that they were working in. And it's like, oh my gosh, everyone is so cultured.
They were the worldliest women.
They were so of their own culture.
Yep.
I guess we're cultured then. We're cultured in our own garbage culture of throwing milkshakes on our own lap.
I could fit in with the Canadians pretty well.
Yeah,
What about
I
the
can
American
imagine.
Pavilion? Gonna hang out there.
No, he was one of the three caballeros.
The American Pavilion, that's where all the concerts were. That's
Yes.
where Eddie Money, I saw Eddie Money 8
Did you ever
times.
see Davy Jones?
Didn't see Davy Jones. Well, I saw Chubby Checker.
Oh,
I saw
the Big Bopper.
the Big Bopper, yes.
Joey Fatone?
How did that happen?
Yeah, well, I saw, let's see, who else did I see? I saw Starship featuring Mickey Thomas. I don't know.
Not Rob Thomas, his brother?
I don't know, but they were like, oh, we can't call it Jefferson Starship or Jefferson Airplane. So it's Starship featuring Mickey Thomas. There was Taylor Dane, who we all remember. We all love.
Love him. I don't know who the hell that is.
And
Vince Gill?
You would think.
The
but
writer
it
of
was-
Breaking Bad?
No, that's Vince Gilligan.
Yeah. But the Canadians had the best. They had a band there called Off Kilter.
And they wear kilts.
Yeah, they did.
I just
They
saw
should have
them.
not worn kilts.
Is kilts a big thing in Canada?
I don't know. It was very
It's a
strange.
cultural mosaic. So it means that if
okay.
you come from somewhere, you just bring everything
But
with
what was
you.
the question?
The answer is Google.
Move fast and break things. Whose internal slogan and mantra?
What kind
what
of
is that?
wheelchair are you riding right now? What's the brand?
It's called a Permobile.
Permobile. Final answer. Move fast
I'm trying
and break
to
things.
think what came about in 2014. What innovations in
I'm going to
2014?
say Lego.
They're known for both of those things.
Zach, I can't help but admire the water bottle holder on your wheelchair.
Is
there.
that new?
It's coffee.
Is that for a bicycle?
It's brand new.
Was that for a
It's
bicycle?
this is a company called I don't know what, but
Well, hold on.
Gotcha.
it's called Giraffe.
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 I
Okay,
can
that's
see.
good to know because I'm looking for one for my bicycle.
But it's not a bicycle one.
but-
It's specifically for the chair.
Is it because the attachment down there with the two screws, it looks like exactly like the mount that you would put on a bicycle?
I guess you could put it on a bike.
Well, you were complaining about not having a cup holder on there.
Yeah.
And we've come so far.
Wait, hang on. You've got a flipping cup holder on your wheelchair and you dropped 2 milkshakes?
Yeah, wait.
Well, I had this thermos in there.
Was there a third milkshake? There,
I
there a third bullet
need
for a shooter?
at least 2 more cup holders on this wheelchair to be safe.
I'm going to need the Zapruder film of this exact incident. Of the third milkshake. There was a third milkshake.
We see the milkshake fall out of his thing, and then it cuts to the woman on the platform, and it bunks her on the head.
While Carly's cleaning you off, you're drinking that third milkshake.
AJ says Google. No, you said the company that makes Zach's wheelchair.
Yeah, what were they called? Hard and Fast? What
Permobile or
was
whatever.
Permobile.
I think it's something like Uber. Like, oh, we're gonna disrupt.
Yeah.
It's Waymo.
We're gonna disrupt an entire industry, and we're
Yeah.
Yeah.
James?
Well, I was thinking something similar like Tesla or something of that ilk. But I'm going to say Crocs.
Oh,
Yeah.
Perfect.
Crocs. Yeah.
sometimes it can be hard to move fast in a Croc.
Was she wearing Crocs?
That's why they have the
Train woman?
the flip so you can
The
go into sport mode. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What would you be breaking in a Croc though? A sweat?
The sound barrier.
Speed walking.
Yeah.
The answer is Facebook.
What?
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
You mean like
because there's-
relationships? Like when your family suddenly becomes extremely
It's
political?
because Facebook is the
Move
most.
fast and break things like the like Hawaii. Like
Did
just
Facebook break Hawaii?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're
They-
just a tech.
Used to be
BS,
one island.
Whatever.
As the company grew, they changed their motto to move fast with stable infrastructure, which has a ring to it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Currently, according to Meta, their mission is to give people the power to build community and bring the world closer together.
Yeah, okay.
Well, they've done it. Mission accomplished. You
Mission
can go home
accomplished.
now. Thanks,
Yeah,
Facebook.
all my old relatives are so much healthier for having Facebook. And the thing about Facebook, that there's so many things, but you can tell how old someone is by how pixelated the meme they share is. Like, have you noticed this?
Yeah.
The more pixelated the meme, the older the human being, and also the more removed from reality. Like, I'll get sent stuff from relatives where I'm like, how is it possible that you guys have somehow pixelated a thing that you could just copy and paste? It should never degrade. You should save it and
digital.
paste it. What, are they taking photographs of it? Are they running it through some sort of program?
Yeah.
They're derezzing it.
They're derezzing it?
Well,
yeah.
it's
Like,
because they probably saw it once. They wanted to find it again. They Googled it. What they got was the thumbnail.
yes,
Yep.
that's
or the
true.
preview image, and then that's what they copied.
Yeah.
And thus repeating forever.
It makes me insane.
Yeah.
But if we did have to go undercover as a boomer, we know all the moves.
Oh, got them all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got them all.
Facebook I'm sure there's so many people that still use Facebook. In my circle, I don't really know, other than I think AJ to
I
check to see
still-
what scraps he needs for certain building projects or
See,
whatever.
That's the
But
yeah.
other than that,
When my
like,
3D printer breaks, the only good resource I've found is, unfortunately, there's a Facebook group that is like people actually respond. But outside of that, it is a horrible place.
Yeah, you know what a view is on Facebook, right?
it's like 2 seconds of scrolling past or whatever.
3 seconds, sound off.
Yeah. So
So the video that I have on Facebook that's got 40 million views, probably like 1,200
it's
maybe.
people that can't get away from it
Yeah,
fast enough.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to know people's relationship statuses? Like, do we miss that somebody would change their relationship status and
Oh, I did that recently.
on
Change your
Facebook?
relationship set to
I
single.
I changed it. Well, not too recently because I changed it to engaged.
It was married, dropped the milkshakes,
Yeah.
single.
Yeah.
Hmm. What was the other one? It was like undefined for a while. There was people there was like a real spicy.
It's complicated.
It's complicated. That
Right.
was the spicy era of
Yeah.
Facebook.
It's like,
We're oh.
that, and now we all know that's code for I'm dating a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Oh, my Uncle Bernie went to It's Complicated. What's going on with them?
I am lucky that I never had to deal with family on Facebook.
You're very lucky.
never
Also, your
had-
family's sane. So you have nice, sane family for the most part, right?
Yeah.
We're not
that
talking
would-
about AJ's mom who listens to the podcast, devoted listener.
No, my mom is a lovely human being,
Yes.
but everyone outside of my mom, my immediately family is
You're
fine.
immediately family.
Immediately family. People that I assume are family right away. Instant family. Just
That's
add
your,
water.
that's your sitcom, immediately
Immediately family. I love that.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone beyond that, they're out of their minds. I don't care if they listen to this. They're crazy people. They're absolutely insane. And that's why I moved to another state.
Maybe they'll know the answer to this question.
Oh, because they're crazy?
because
yeah.
they're crazy. Let me find a crazy
Don't at
one.
me. I don't want to talk to any of y'all.
Van Halen used the police code 5150 as a title for one of their albums. What does the code mean?
Do you know this?
No,
Oh.
but I wish I did. 'cause it's a Van
5150.
Halen question.
It's when
I'm gonna say drunk and disorderly.
Oh, okay. That's
Okay,
cute.
because they're like, we party
Yeah,
till it's
we party
5150.
so hard.
Yeah, a double milkshake drop, a double milkshake.
Yeah.
Whoa, what would you call that? An incident?
The milkshake incident.
The milkshake incident. That's what that stands for.
But it's happened to me before.
Oh,
gosh.
I don't doubt that.
So I'm
Yeah.
a repeat offender of this,
Yeah.
whatever
You're a
this is.
recidivist.
Can we make a little video where Zach's like, hey, everybody, I've gotten into making milkshakes. I'm dropping a new one next week. And then it cuts to Zach dropping one. And he goes, oh, shit.
This is what it looks like when I dropped it. Anyone who makes it and doesn't drop it, let me know what it tastes like.
And then Carly just taking a mop and rubbing your body with it. There was, stupid side story. There was a woman yesterday who I feel bad for. She was leaving. She was at the airport. She had one of those mop buckets that you push on wheels. And when she tried to push it from the door to the floor, it spilled. And she's just holding a mop looking at the ground. And I was like, but isn't that exactly what you needed? Isn't that exactly what you wanted? The problem is the solution and vice versa. And everyone was like, and I'm like, but wait, isn't that what she was going to do anyway?
But
it was very sad.
Was she going to mop that area or a different one though?
I don't know. She did stand there and look at it for a very long time, and we all went, we made a pity noise, but also at the same time, it's like, that's what that's there for.
Was James there and he was like, what happened?
James didn't look.
I turned away. I turned away.
There was this feeling of wanting to get up and help her, but knowing that she was the only one that could solve this issue.
What if she had just finished mopping and she's like, finally.
Honestly, that might have been the case.
Yeah.
Either way, it was very sad, but it was funny to be standing there with a mop looking at spilled water and going, oh.
So do we think 5150's police code for spill? We got a spill.
So we got a protein spill.
I know.
They call them protein spills in Epcot.
It's going to be sticky. A protein spill.
When someone would throw up in Disney World, apparently it's called a protein spill.
I thought that was when all the people from around the world were getting together and having these orgies you were implying. That's a protein spill.
That is that's a protein exchange.
Yeah.
No, you don't get any back.
I've heard protein spill for vomit before.
I've only heard, we were walking through Disney World as a kid and someone had thrown up and there was a janitor standing or someone and got on the walkie-talkie and went, we got a protein spill. And we thought that was the funniest thing ever.
It's very funny.
Is that less abrasive than someone threw up?
Yeah. If someone just said we've got vomit, I'd be like, right on. But protein spill is immediately comedic to me.
Yeah.
Are there other...
Does he names their album Vomit potentially?
Yeah.
5150.
So do their codes start at 1 or are they all multi-digit?
What?
Is there a police code 1?
Oh, I don't know.
Like a robbery?
I just know 187, murder, death, kill.
Oh, damn.
187, murder, death, kill.
You went hard on that one.
That seems a bit redundant.
Why?
Murder, death, kill?
It's murder, death, kill. Hey, it's murder, death, kill.
You could just start it with murder. And
that's what they say in Demolition Man.
Yeah, it's Demolition Man.
Yeah, murder, death, kill. 187.
Oh, God. So what's Van Halen known for? Sort of lighthearted rock.
Songs.
Yeah.
Can I answer?
Please.
Yeah, please.
Flying without a pilot's license.
Is that something that he did?
What?
Van Halen?
Van Halen.
Mr. Van Halen?
Was like the biggest thing that bands of that era loved to do was fly.
I didn't know
in
that.
Jets, or they'd sing songs about flying and
without licenses?
Not necessarily, but I doubt that they got their licenses. They didn't have the time for that.
Did they just learn through a flight simulator like that kid in the fifth Indiana Jones?
No, they probably thought they were invincible. They just got on planes and they said, "Let me fly."
What was it, the kind of thing where the pilot was flying and then Van Halen went up to him and shouted that at him?
Yeah, I feel like. Well, it wasn't Van Halen because he just plays guitar. It was probably David Lee Roth, who was pushing the people around. But yeah, I feel that feels like that's something that would happen where they'd be like, "We're flying around the world," and then
just coward,
and then the pilot would be like, "Let me try."
They cowed down and went, Go ahead, I'm terrified. Boy, this is a tough one. Is there anything
I'll just tell you.
I'm going to say milkshake spill.
Yeah, code 5150. We got milkshake spill by the elevators. So, I mean, they were hard. They thought that they were so metal. 5150, they interpret it as this is like an escaped lunatic. This means there's a lunatic on the escape. But really, it's more serious than that because it's individuals experiencing a mental health crisis who might pose a danger.
So me? It's just if I leave this apartment?
No, serious situation.
It's a mental breakdown.
Serious situation. So I would say that we should maybe re-examine that being a cool album title.
Was it cool or was it a cry for help?
I think they thought it was cool. In retrospect, they probably should have gone with just the commandeering a plane code.
Yeah. flying without a license.
What would that have been?
What's the code?
Yeah, what's the code for commandeering a plane?
Let me Google it.
Let's see if
it's 2 because it happens so often. Wait, so is someone having like a panic attack at Denny's fall under the category of that? Because I feel like back when they were writing this stuff, mental health was not so well researched.
No.
So that would consider...
Well, it was researched, but not acknowledged.
Not acknowledged.
We had all the information for decades before we decided to sit down and say, maybe we should acknowledge this.
Yeah, we got a lot of that.
So I can't find an exact code for stealing. There isn't one, I think, police code for stealing a plane.
We need one. Come on, we got so many codes.
However, it is provided for under California Penal Code 499.
Okay.
D does have some.
What else is on 499?
5499D.
Any person who operates or takes an aircraft not his own without the consent of the owner thereof.
His own?
Sexist.
Their own? A woman would never steal a plane.
No.
That's why they don't need to accommodate.
You can get fined up to $10,000.
Okay.
Well, that doesn't seem that bad for taking your own plane.
You don't want to take we could chip in all the three of us.
We just go for
the three
it
of
one
us because
time?
you're too responsible. But a woman would never steal a plane. But the three of us.
Yeah, I mean,
$3,300.
Is that all it would be? Because then you could take a trip anywhere with all your friends for $10,000.
You got to land and take off. But yeah, assuming these are Van Halen rules, or we could just fly a plane magically.
Also, it seems like this is a personal, like I assume they're talking about a small plane. You took this small plane, someone's small plane, not a commercial jetliner.
With a bunch of families.
I feel like there's a ton of other numbers that you would have to get through, violating, trespassing, and what have you.
Did you know that code 1091H is for a stray horse?
I didn't know that.
Did not know that.
That seems like that would be a big issue here in beautiful downtown where I live.
I'm not going to bleep that.
No, you're just gonna.
Oh, fuck.
Have you guys seen the bridge that looks like a claw on the highway over here? The only thing I could think of, because they shut it down. Sorry, tangent. They shut it down for a little while. And I was like, wow, they just opened that bridge. What happened? Apparently a horse jumped off and died. And so now I can't look at that bridge and think, what a nice bridge. I think that's where the horse died.
That's what fucking happened in The Ring. Remember the movie The Ring? The horses all started jumping into the water.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, should we call someone? Is there a VHS?
All those horses? They were on a boat, right?
Yeah.
Why were those horses on a boat?
Got to get the horses across that water.
You move a horse across
a ferry place. Didn't they have to take a ferry to reach the little girl's ring island?
Yeah.
Or something?
Well, I mean,
what's the next
there's
question?
That whole thing, you can't lead a horse to water, or you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
Jump off.
You can't make him ford it.
All of a sudden, a horse jumps off the boat, drinks the water, and then we're going to shame that horse?
The sad thing is usually the horse will survive, but then they have to put it down because they can't fix its legs. Like, that's the whole thing.
I don't think you should have to put something down just because you can't fix its legs.
Why would you think that?
No reason.
But I agree. And that makes me insane. I'm like, you can't just put them in little casts.
No, it doesn't work. I looked into this.
Oh, I hate this.
Their circulatory system relies on their ability to walk. So because the distance between their legs and their heart is so large, them walking helps them pump their heart. I believe that is that the next trivia question?
I hate this.
I believe that's the case. So they're just going to die slow. They're not going to be able to have their heartbeat anyway if they can't walk.
I got a solution. Flexible casts, and we put like little moving things on them like you do like on an animatronic like reindeer for Christmas. So their legs are always moving. It's going to probably hurt a lot.
I think it's out. He's so bored.
Okay, anyway, what's the next question?
Can give a dog a little pair of wheels, roll around, but you can't give that to a horse.
Yeah, it's not the same.
You'd think you make a horse pull you in a carriage, but then you can't give a horse a bunch of wheels. Fuck you, James. Fuck your facts. I disagree.
That's what I'm saying. Let's go get a horse with bad legs.
The American mentality in a nutshell.
I hope when you close your eyes, you see that woman falling over and over again.
You don't have to worry. You know that it's all I see.
One of Hollywood's lingering urban myths was that sometime in the 80s or early 90s, actor Richard Gere was admitted into the emergency room of a Los Angeles hospital with a foreign object lodged in his rectum. An x-ray was taken and determined that the foreign object was a gerbil, and Gere was rushed into surgery to have the gerbil removed. In 2006, another actor claimed that Gere thought he was responsible for the rumor due to a falling out they had on a movie set. Who was that actor? Now, James is a bystander on this question because we were driving somewhere and I told him about this.
You just read this out loud.
Yeah.
Hey, did you realize that? And I went, no, and you should have used that on the show. I don't know why you just told me what it was.
It was immediately pressing.
So I know what the answer is.
So he does know the answer, but maybe you can help with a little bit of hints here and there.
I'll give you one hint. The actor in question is 105 years old. Now go.
Dick Van Dyke.
Then it doesn't really work out. I was going to say Deborah Winger.
Deborah Winger?
Oh,
you think she started
Deborah Winger.
From Officer and a Gentleman. I got no place else to go. I got no place else to go.
You should have done that when we were doing the microphone test before. Then we would have had perfect audio.
Yeah, Loud Zach is back.
There's our Zach.
As famous as that movie is by title, I've never seen it.
I watched it once and I didn't think it was very good.
Okay.
I thought it was fine. I just think it's funny that the thing that people only think about when they think of that movie is the final scene of that movie.
He's really a terrible man in that movie. Like he's not.
Hey, none of us are perfect.
I don't think they're gonna last.
None of us are perfect. No, they're definitely not gonna make it. We should do a different podcast where we watch movies that have romances in it and then say whether or not we think those relationships last.
Are we talking? We're specifically like Casey Jones and April, and then this relationship.
Well, we know that didn't because we didn't see him in the sequel.
James and I have been watching through Family Matters, which we've both seen all of those episodes, but 15, 20 years ago. And Steve Urkel is horrifically toxic.
He's toxic.
Oh,
the family is mean to him, but he's also, he harasses Laura in a way that is not acceptable.
We watched, everyone's going to know what we're talking about, but we watched a Christmas episode last night where Steve meets Laura outside of the mall and then he immediately breaks the gift that she got for her mom. She gets pissed and she goes, you got to leave me alone because this is too much. You're overwhelming me. And then Steve goes, I may never see you, but I'll still love you. And she goes, you're just trying to guilt me now. You're trying to spin it on me. And then he leaves. And then so an angel shows up.
What?
An angel shows up.
I heard you.
Well, then why'd you ask?
I was shocked by the concept.
And then says to Laura, you asked for, she says to him, I wish you knew what it felt like to be me.
Okay.
To Steve Urkel and what the emotional toll that she takes from him. Yeah. And then the angel goes, I'm going to grant your wish to show Steve what it feels like to be you. But that's not what he does. He shows Laura what it's like to be Steve. And we get to see Laura in a Steve Urkel swap scene where then the same thing happens again.
And the actress is incredible. She does such a good job.
She does a great
Urkel performance.
Laura Urkel.
Yeah.
But I was like, when it was happening, I go, "What? This angel sucks. Why would he flipped it on her?" It's like, that's a classic gaslighting technique where you go to complain about something and someone says back to you, well, I'd like to complain about these issues that I've been having with you. That's not how we resolve this.
Well, and Urkel, he's just been harassing Laura now for years.
Years, yeah.
And then even at the end, she goes, all right, I felt bad. And so, Steve, you can come to Christmas dinner with us, et cetera, et cetera. He hangs out and he uses it an opportunity to just come on to her again. And she's like, this isn't what it is. I just felt bad for you. I'm going to try and be nicer to you. And he's like, you love me, don't you?
I'm wearing you down.
I'm wearing you down.
I feel like we were on the cusp of that being like, because you hear so many stories of like your grandparents and people who were just like, yeah, well, when I first met him, I thought, what a scumbag, what an asshole. And then it was like, and then we took 6 months for him to finally, he'd show up at my window every night throwing rocks and then we got married. It's like, I feel like we were sort of trained to think that was okay.
Because it showed passion and courtship and interest.
But really it should be considered harassment.
Well, Pepe Le Pew isn't a thing anymore.
I mean, he still exists, but we have a little island we've left him on where he's not allowed to interact with anything.
So anyway, Pepe Le Pew is the answer.
I don't even remember what the question was.
Richard Gere. Who started the rumor about Richard Gere?
I don't know, but I would like to know how do you start that and be like, I'm going to the tabloids and I'm going to say, guess what just happened to Richard Gere? I'm 105 years old.
They're not 105 years old, but not necessarily went to the tabloids, but maybe through Hollywood, through different circles and people started the rumor.
It has to be someone that hates Richard Gere.
This person has said it's not true. They didn't start the rumor.
I'm going to say, who's that guy that looks like Richard?
Think of who Richard Gere's enemies might be.
Wait, okay. Who's the guy that's in X-Files that I think looks like him?
David Duchovny.
Wait, so you think that's just a natural enemy of Richard Gere because
they kind of look the same? Aliens,
they're
then I realized
white guys who shave?
Yeah.
What's
I think David Duchovny and Richard Gere look similar to me.
What?
Do we not know? We're not saying
that? I
that?
don't think there's a consensus there.
Okay. Do I just not know what Richard Gere looks like?
Maybe.
They both have squinty eyes and are kind of like gray.
No.
David Duchovny's not gray.
Let me tell you some Richard Gere movies, okay? Pretty Woman opposite Julia Roberts. There's First Night opposite Sean Connery. Chicago.
It was Sean Connery.
Shall We Dance? American Gigolo. Runaway Bride. Mothman Prophecies.
Well, the it's got to be earlier, right? Then it's got to be an earlier film.
Be earlier, yeah.
It could be Jason Alexander because he was in Pretty Woman.
He was in Pretty Woman.
Because they already mentioned the rumor in Scream, which was 1995, and I feel like that rumor had been around for a few years. It's got to be early 90s, late 80s.
All right. I like Jason. Could it have been Sandra Bullock? Because I feel like she was maybe having a little bit of fun. Just taking the piss.
Well, I don't think Sandra Bullock was in the position of status to start rumors like that at the time.
It's someone who has been known to get into maybe feuds, but not like
evil
feud, not like old Hollywood feuds.
Madonna.
Less, I would say less, more like playful feuding back and forth.
For those who can't see, James is moving his head back and forth in a playful way to imply that this person's a little scamp.
Serpentine.
In a serpentine scampish way.
They have been known to be scampish, but then also have big egos.
It's a man.
It's a
Kevin
man.
Costner. I'm going to go with Kevin Costner because he thought Richard Gere could have played any of my characters, and I hate him for that.
I would say somebody like a Hugh Grant, but I don't think they ever worked together.
I'll just say
this person is a known action star.
Not an action star?
A known action star.
Oh, then it was Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, final answer, Arnold Schwarzenegger. He loves to just start things because he's a fun guy. He's a little scamp.
He's about gear.
He's put the jabble. And everyone went, maybe he was just trying to say something nice about him, but no one understood what he was saying. And they went, he did what with what? And said, yeah, he went to the hospital. He did jabble. I do a terrible Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I think he's very articulate.
Here's a question. At what point, if you move to a country and you're trying to I'm going to work on my accent so that,
I have the answer to this, but go ahead.
At what point do you stop? You stop trying to
he was right. He came here and then he took classes and he learned English. He devoted himself wholly to being able to speak English fluently, but made a conscious decision to not get rid of his accent because he thought it made him have a unique characterization.
I agree. Except his character name in True Lies seems silly.
Well, every character he's played ever is always funny because
John Kimball.
Yeah, everything is Jingle All the Way. He's just a regular guy, you know. But he intentionally did it. So
that's cool.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay,
final answer.
You got an answer?
He's an action star, so I'm gonna go with John Wick.
Okay, we're going John Wick.
Answer.
I wish I had a video of you saying that.
You're both so close.
Sylvester Stallone.
No, Zach isn't close.
Sylvester Stallone.
You're both so close.
Sylvester Stallone.
So Stallone was
105 years old, huh? Did you just say that to mess with us?
Yeah. What? Did you think that was a real clue?
Well, I thought they had died.
Who could that have been?
Well, I thought they are currently dead.
You don't keep counting their birthdays once they're dead.
Well,
you don't go Abraham Lincoln is however old. You don't say that.
But you could have in the context of this question as a clue. As a clue, that is a perfectly valid thing to say.
Well,
Christopher Lee, how old is he?
Happy 400th birthday.
He would have been 265 years old.
Christopher Lee would have been 103 or
Had he
something.
not died at a reasonable age of 70-something.
I Googled how old is Christopher Lee. Top answer. Christopher Lee was 93 years old when he died.
Yeah, but you said didn't you?
Yeah, and then the computer rejected that.
Yeah, but we still keep counting in my world.
We don't. No one does.
Do. Happy 456th birthday, Abraham Lincoln.
Do you want to know what happened with Stallone and Gere?
Yeah, I want to know what happened with Stallone.
Okay, so Sylvester Stallone was in Lords of Flatbush. Richard Gere. Okay, we all know this.
Are you laughing at the movie and knowing the movie, or you just think that's a stupid title?
I can't imagine what type of movie that is. Like the fact that there's a place called Flatbush and that you want to make I'm the Lord of Flatbush.
Group of greasers.
A couple of greasers. Come on.
Henry Winkler was in it, so he was kind of doing the Fonz. So yeah,
remember Stay Silver, Pony Boy? That's what that's from.
Yeah, a group of greasers. So Richard Gere was originally supposed to be in that movie. Stallone said to Ain't It Cool News in an interview from 2006.
Very reputable.
You didn't add an F to have to add a year.
That would have given us some
approximately
context.
Okay, so stay with me. Okay, so this is what Stallone said. Yeah, the original part of Chico, which was played by Perry King, was originally supposed to be played by Richard Gere, but we never hit it off. He would strut around in his oversized motorcycle jacket like he was the baddest knight at the round table. One day during an improv, he grabbed me, we were simulating a fight scene, and got a little carried away. I told him in a gentle fashion to lighten up, but he was completely in character and impossible to deal with. Then we were rehearsing at Coney Island and it was lunchtime, so we decided to take a break, and the only place that was warm was in the backseat of a Toyota. I was eating a hot dog, and he climbs in with half a chicken covered in mustard with grease nearly dripping out of the aluminum paper. I said, that thing is going to drip all over the place. He said, don't worry about it. I said, if it gets on my pants, you're going to know about it, which I love. That's my new thing. I'm going to say, if this happens, you're going to know about it.
Wow.
He proceeds to bite into the chicken and a small greasy river of mustard lands on my thigh. Now, the picture he's painting here, because Sylvester Stallone was a writer, you know?
Wow.
He proceeds to bite into the chicken and a small grease. Okay, I read that. All right. Lands on my thigh. I elbowed him in the side of the head and basically pushed him out of the car.
Wow.
The director had to make a choice. One of us had to go. One of us had to stay. Richard was given his walking papers and to this day seriously dislikes me. He even thinks I'm the individual responsible for the gerbil rumor. Not true, but that's the rumor. So he says not true, but then he goes, but that's the rumor, because he's twisting the knife a little.
This is like a Kids in the Hall sketch.
Yeah.
So I was sitting in the back of a car, and you know who comes in? Richard Gere with another one of his messy chickens.
Mustard dripping down like a river, like the Niagara Falls.
Don't get that messy mustard on my pants, because I'm filming this greaser movie in Coney Island. It was cold that night.
There's a lot of layers to this story.
Also, the phrase, and I get that it's just like a fun turn of phrase, being a tough guy, but if they would both know about it, if the mustard got they would both see.
I mean, to Stallone's credit here, you're eating something, you dropped 2 milkshakes. You're eating something messy, and you don't see the bottom of it because you're just so consumed with it. You don't know that a little grease slips out from the back of that chicken.
I can't get past the double metaphor of him strutting around in an oversized motorcycle jacket like a knight of the round table.
Yes.
I'm trying to picture that.
I'm picturing like a boy in a giant jacket, and then suddenly my brain snaps to the knights of the round table.
And then it's Richard Gere. It's like, I can't even picture Richard Gere in an oversized motorcycle jacket, but now him also as our first night, perhaps. Maybe that's what inspired the film.
That's what it was.
I want to hear the poetic description of the other side of the story of like Stallone sitting there with his greasy ass hot dog and sputtering beef and pork all over my jacket. Like these two dudes just go like eating disgusting Coney Island food in the deep back of a Toyota together.
And Stallone knows it's cold out there, but he may also think, well, Richard Gere's got this oversized jacket. He'll be fine.
I think also this is obviously like in the 80s or something. This is a pre-Tied to Go era, right?
Yeah,
there was just a Tied to Go. I don't think that they would have come to blows.
Lords of Flatbush came out in 1974.
Whoa.
74. Really, there's the stain remover technology in 74. No good.
Also, they probably wouldn't have had a costumer. I mean, they would have had a costumer, but the idea of having a second pair of jeans in that situation is probably not great.
The human memory is deeply fallible. And this happened in the early 70s. Stallone's talking about in 2006. He's probably told this story how many times?
Yeah.
What embellishment
Oh, yeah.
He comes in with a whole Costco chicken. Grease dripping out of his eyes.
Invented yet, but it was a dream in some man's head.
Boy, he comes up a lot, huh?
Sylvester Stallone?
Yeah. Did you see that? I think it's Red Letter Media bought one of the naked Stallones from Planet Hollywood.
You told me.
And it came in a crate. What a gift.
That's awesome.
That's the goal, is for us to be so well off from this show that we could suspend
it could be right above us right
greasy,
now.
Yeah, we'll grease him up with a Costco chicken every morning as a good luck.
We get the ice. I would, if I had one of those, I would get someone to make the ice cube that he's supposed to be in, but it would also be a lamp.
Oh.
Right, so you could turn it on, and then it would also shine light into the room.
Major reward.
That's what I would do.
Anyway.
That got Elyse. By this point, will we have a Patreon for this?
No.
So we're just never gonna make money, are we?
We need people to listen to it first, Zach.
Make money.
No, that's fine. We do this because we love each other.
We're gonna be poor forever.
I mean, that might be true, but
Zach, stop kicking my sandbag.
He's slowly been using unintentionally or intentionally. He's been slowly dragging the bags away.
Well, I'm going to start a rumor.
It's nice to know that I have this leg strength. I didn't know I could do this.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Cool.
We almost kept it together till the end.
It's been a while since we've had a riddle on the show, so I'm going to close this one out with one. Lose me once, I'll come back stronger. Lose me twice, I'll leave forever. What am I?
I'm gonna say 2 milkshakes.
It's Richard Gere. He says, "Lose me." when he's cut from a movie, and they're like, "No, we're asking you to leave. Please don't come back. Lose me once, I'll come back stronger. Lose me twice, I'll leave forever. What am I?"
Teeth.
In what sense?
You lose baby teeth.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't even mean for that to be the answer.
That's got to be the answer.
That is the answer.
And then I didn't mean to. I know.
You look the shame on your face because you got it. That has to be right.
I just thought about it.
Well, explain.
Because baby teeth, and then you have your adult teeth, and then you eat sponge candy, and your teeth come out, and you still have half a tooth, and they say you're going to need a root canal. And then you're like, I don't know if I'll need that. I'll just leave it be.
What is sponge candy?
Buffalo delicacies, chocolate in a can, covering a candy sponge. And then when my crown came off, I went to the dentist.
Stop kicking my sand. My microphone's going to break my teeth.
So when my crown popped off, and they're like, be really careful with this crown because you don't have enough tooth left for another crown, and then popped off, took part of my tooth with it. And they were like, what have you been eating? And I was like, there's this thing called sponge candy.
And your dentist loved you.
Is the answer teeth?
The answer is teeth.
Yeah,
we solved that. Old sponge candy Zach knows exactly what. That's great. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
And I love that there was a cute little story to go with it. The dentist probably like rubbed their hands together when you came. Oh, what's he been eating now?
No, they were very ashamed of me. They were like, oh my God, Zach.
Do they still act like this? When you go to the dentist nowadays, do they sigh with disappointment?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, especially in my mouth.
Oh, okay. They get in there, they go, "Oh, Zach."
And I'm like, "What are you? What
the hell are you
only
eating?
have you answered the riddle. You know you only get 2 pairs of teeth."
There's not enough teeth here left for more teeth.
The next time you go, you should pose that riddle to the dentist.
What wakes up with?
I did hear that. I think it's in Germany.
What's in my pocket?
They refer to. Was this on this show, or did I hear it somewhere else that they refer to dentures as third teeth?
It was not on this
Not
show.
on this show. We haven't covered dentures yet on this show.
Not yet.
Well,
Yeah, but now we have.
Maybe next time.
This has been Answer For It, a trivia podcast. Thank you so much for sharing the podcast with your friends, subscribing, and leaving us comments on Spotify and YouTube. Please leave us comments because we see them. We'll interact with them, and it lets us know what you like about the show so we can do more of that.
I won't interact with the comments on Spotify because I don't have Spotify Premium right now, but Elyse might.
I don't.
I didn't know there were comments on Spotify.
I can give little like hearts and stuff.
Yeah, we'll heart it.
heart it.
We won't say anything.
Up and down.
But we will indiscriminately heart it.
I said interact with them, which like a little heart.
I saw a comment on YouTube that I showed to James that what was it? It was like, what a fall from grace or something. Someone like, this fall should be studied. And we couldn't figure out what that meant, but we were like, all right, that doesn't sound like a nice thing.
No, but that's fine. We hearted
which
it.
fall are they referring to? The fall of the woman at the train? The fall of 2 milkshakes into my elevator?
Maybe they were psychic because they wrote this last week. Maybe they were warning us of all the fall. And the woman who fell and passed out at the convention I was at.
These falls should be studied.
The movie The Fall.
Which is a great film. Should be studied.
One, Tarsum, great director, never made a miss.